Do you want to know why mindset matters for success even during uncertainty or crisis? Why do some people with rich mindset thrive in uncertainty and crisis, while most with a poor mindset give up and end up engaging in bad behaviors or even committing suicide? Why is that when horrible or bad events such as the pandemic happen, some people with a poor mindset don't recover mentally, financially, or emotionally from these experiences, and therefore end up engaging in bad behaviors such as heavy drinking, smoking, and other addictions, while people with a rich mindset not only recover but decide to engage in good behaviors and even help other people to overcome pain, suffering, and addictions. These are great questions, and in this video, you learn why mindset matters for your success and how to develop a rich mindset, a mindset that will pull you out of challenging situations and events and stop you from engaging in bad behaviors such as heavy drinking, smoking, aggressivity, suicide, and so on. Don't forget to share this video with only 3 friends you know need to know more about how to develop the right mindset, a rich mindset to help them pull out of challenging situations during this tough time. After studying the mindset of highly resilient people such as Nelson Mandela, Tony Robbins, Nick Vucevic, Viktor Frankl, Oprah Winfrey, and many others, I discovered that the core difference between these people and other people who went through similar challenges and painful events resides in people's mindset. For example, some people have a poor mindset and attitude regarding suffering, challenging events, and setbacks, while others have a rich mindset and attitude regarding the same type of suffering and challenging events. Don't get me wrong, I used to have a poor mindset and bad behavior regarding challenging events. For example, I would get verbally aggressive with my loved ones when I was under stress or under pressure. So I knew that I needed to work on this poor mindset and attitude. I knew that I had to change this behavior because it's not acceptable, because it goes against my values and against the type of person I wanted to become. So I have to tell you that I've been working on myself, working on my behaviors, and I'm still working to make myself a better version of myself. So there is always hope. You just need to keep working on yourself and never give up. Of course, when unexpected events happen, for example, when we lose our job or when we lose our loved ones or when we go through consistent trials and tribulations, all of us are affected, but not equally. For example, people with a rich mindset and attitude bounce back faster and end up recovering mentally and emotionally, while other people with a poor mindset, they struggle to bounce back and end up engaging in bad habits, addictions, and behaviors. So why is this? As I said, it all comes to our mindset. But what is mindset? Me, mindset is all about our beliefs, attitudes, habits, and behaviors when faced with challenging and painful emotional events. You either have a poor mindset or a rich mindset. The good thing about mindset is that if you don't like it, you can change it. Of course, it's not easy, but mindset is a skill. And as a skill, you can actually develop it and master it. It's a question of willpower and willing to work on your mindset. People with a rich mindset and attitude like Viktor Frankl, Nick Vucevic, Oprah Winfrey, and Tony Robbins know that it is not circumstances or events that determines the quality of their lives or the future, but it is about how do you react to these challenging events or circumstances. It's about their mindset and attitude in the face of challenging events and hardship. For example, Dr. Viktor Frankl is a good example of people with a rich attitude and mindset. He's a living proof of someone who went through horrific and significant emotional life events and actually managed to survive. I don't know if you know, but he was a prisoner and a Holocaust survivor who was kept in a concentration camp during the Nazi regime in Austria in 1944. His book focused on hope, responsibility, inner freedom, love, and the beauty to be found in nature and art as a means to help man cope and overcome horrific and significant emotional life experiences. You see, despite all his suffering and pain, Dr. Viktor Frankl noticed that there was a difference among those who survived and those who didn't, between those who helped others and those who caused pain in others or in themselves. One main characteristic between those men who survived is that those who survived had a strong sense of meaning and purpose, and those who didn't, obviously, they lack of meaning and purpose. Dr. Viktor Frankl knew something that most people with a poor attitude and mindset don't know. It is not what happens to us that defines us or that determines our future. It is how we interpret and respond to those events and challenges. The truth is this: bad events happens to everybody. We cannot control external events or circumstances, but we can control how to react to them. It's up to you. Now, let me introduce you to Nick Vucevic. I'm so excited to share his story because his story is a story of accomplishment, is a story of overcoming oneself, is a story of accepting yourself and making a success of it. If you don't know about Nick Vucevic, let me tell you that he was born without arms and legs. Unfortunately, when he was born, his mother was so sad and scared that she actually refused to see him. And she and her husband went out to the hospital and vomited from seeing a son with no limbs. Obviously, that was very sad. But eventually, they end up accepting the condition of their son and understood that that was God's plan. After his mother showed him a newspaper article about a woman praying with a severe disability when he was 17, he started to give talks at his prayer group. Vucevic graduated at the age of 21 with a Bachelor of Commerce degree with a double major in accountancy and financial planning. In 2005, Vucevic founded Life Without Limbs, which is an international nonprofit organization and ministry. In 2007, he founded Attitude is Altitude, which is a motivational speaking company. He was also starred in the short film The Butterfly Circus. And in 2010, he was awarded the Best Actor in a Short Film in the Method Fest Independent Festival film. He is known for the quote, "No arms, no legs, no worries." He's also the author of multiple books. For example, he's the author of Life Without Limits, Inspiration of a Ridiculous Good Life. He's also the author of Your Life Without Limits, Limitless, Unstoppable, The Power of Unstoppable Faith, Stand Strong, Love Without Limits, Be the Hands and Feet. What can we learn from people like him? People with a rich attitude and mindset. Because sometimes we have everything, but we are always blaming. So he was born with no legs, with no arms, but regardless of that, but even though without arms or legs, he's a motivational speaker. He has 4 kids and a wife, and he's a very successful person. So sometimes you have to accept your condition. You have, instead of blaming yourself, blaming you don't have this or that, see how you can embrace your condition and make a success of it. Because if you don't, you won't become the type of person you want to be. You won't live a happy, successful, and meaningful life. I remember Nick once said that in life you have a choice: bitter or better. Choose better, forget bitter. One of His quote is also about God. He said that God won't allow anything to happen in your life if it's not for your good. He also have this quote. If a man without arms and legs is dreaming big, why can we? Why can we all? That's a great quote for sure. Are you enjoying this video so far? If so, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you can learn about mindset and how to create the right attitude for success. Then make sure to like this video and then share this video with 3 friends. Need to learn more about mindset and about how to create the right attitude for success, fulfillment, and happiness. I want to share with you 3 S to change your poor mindset and attitudes and become a person with a rich mindset and attitude about life. The first S is state, the second one is story, and the third S is strategy. It is probably the most important element of creating rich mindset and attitude because our state determines the way we feel and think. Obviously, the way we think and feel will determine what we get in life. So I would highly recommend you to reframe your emotional state. This means that we should be careful with our thoughts and feelings and reframe, or if you like, change the way you say things. Instead of you communicating in a negative way, use a positive language. Communicating in a constructive way instead in a way that puts you down all the time. So be aware of your daily thoughts. Start recording your thoughts so you can change the way you communicate with yourself. Remember, your state will determine what you get in life. Change your state and you will be actually changing your life. So when I'm thinking negative, I stop and reflect. And I remember that thoughts are powerful things because we literally become what we think about all day long. So be careful with the way you're thinking because your thinking will define the person you will become. The second is to change your poor mindset and attitude and become someone with a rich mindset is story. We either create good stories or bad stories about our past and life. The thing is, good stories magnifies us. They make us actually feel stronger and have more resilience. But bad stories will kill your drive, aliveness, and passion to live. Rich mindset people know that they can change the circumstances or what happened to them in the past, but they know that they can change their stories and themselves. They know they can adapt, that they can grow and evolve and become a stronger and better version of themselves. They know that they can update themselves. They know they can actually change the way they think and feel. And this actually makes a lot of difference in their lives. Now, of course, your story may be true. Maybe you were violated when you were younger. Maybe you went through trauma or horrific things in the past. Whatever your reasons, I do understand. But one thing is to blame the past, and another thing is to actually understand that you cannot do anything about the past. What you can do is to work on yourself and become a better person so you can have more happiness, more fulfillment, satisfaction. So your story will never change because happened in the past, but you can change. You can make a new decision and decide to live in a state of gratitude, in a state of aliveness, in a state of passion. Because when you change your story, I promise that your life will change. The third is to change your poor mindset and attitudes and become someone with a rich mindset is to create a strategy. Strategy is about your daily methods to achieve more happiness, fulfillment, and success in your life. Strategy is what you do consistently over and over again so you can create the things you really want without procrastinating, without giving excuses to yourself. Let me give you an example, a strategy, if you like, to find happiness and joy in your life. The strategy is find or create a new rhythm. How? By creating a new routine that works for you, whether it's to take care of your body and your mind and your spirit. Or also you can engage in any form of exercise that give you joy and fulfillment. By practicing gratitude, meditation, praying, by connecting with people who support you, in people who are positive in your community or even in your family. I promise that when you do these things, you won't feel alone, empty, or with lack of energy. Listen, my friend, you are not alone. I'm here to help you and support you if you're going through challenges. So if you need any support, please just reach out and let me know how I can help you. These are my tips to help you develop a rich mindset and let go of your poor mindset. As you can see, mindset do matters for success during a crisis or uncertainty, and it matters more than ever. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe to my channel so you can learn more about how to develop a rich mindset and attitude, as well as how to achieve more success, more joy, more fulfillment and happiness in your life. Don't forget to share this video with only 3 people you know to learn more about mindset and how to upgrade their rich mindset. Which one of these mindset tips are you going to start from today? Are you going to change your story? Or are you going to change your emotional state? Either way, let me know by leaving a comment below this video.